With just 1 week to Super Tuesday, Colorado voters are down to the wire if they're voting in the Democratic Party.
Tonight's Democratic debate was the last time to see all the candidates on stage together before ballots are due next week. Our political specialist, Sean Boyd, joins us tonight. And always exciting to watch something through somebody else's eyes. You had the undecided voters. Right. Did any candidate really stand out for them?
Holding on to their ballots, just waiting. You know, there were definitely some key moments in this debate that influenced our undecided voters. Moments that were less about ideology than they were about electability. After 10 debates, our undecided voters knew the candidates' positions. They wanted to see how they defended their positions and responded under pressure, how they might hold up if they went toe-to-toe with Donald Trump. Here are their takeaways.
And we're not going to win these critical House and Senate races if people in those races have to explain why the nominee of the Democratic Party is telling people to look at the bright side of the Castro regime.
Do we think health care for all, Pete, is some kind of radical communist idea? Do we think raising the minimum wage?
This exchange between Bernie Sanders and Pete Buttigieg, a memorable moment for two of our undecided voters, but for different reasons. Thomas Davidson, a Democrat from Summit County, says it showed Sanders can stand his ground.
I think that Bernie has done a remarkably good job of defending himself tonight, right? And I think that in that interchange that we were just talking about, you know, Bernie did a really good job of talking about the issues that are so important to so many Americans.
So you were leaning toward Sanders coming into this debate.
And it was seeing how flustered he was getting in that moment and real, if I can call your bluff that easily.
Cameron Torres, an unaffiliated voter from Denver, went from leaning Sanders to leaning Elizabeth Warren, pointing to contentious moments like this where Warren tore into Bloomberg.
I don't care how much money Mayor Bloomberg has. The core of the Democratic Party will never trust him. He is the riskiest candidate standing on this stage.
All right, Senator.
I think she's a bulldog.
Dave Martinez, a Denver Democrat, says he started the debate as anything but Sanders and ended leaning toward Warren, saying it was all about electability.
She fights for what she's believing. She stands up for herself, and she's not going to let people push her around.
Unlike, he says, Bloomberg, who had a bit of an awkward moment that stuck with several of our voters.
Let's just go on the record. They talked about 40 Democrats. 21 of those were people that I spent $100 million to help elect. I got them.
Rosemary Rodriguez says moments like that helped her rule out Bloomberg, but she's still undecided with a week to go.
I want to vote for someone who's viable, so I will watch the results on Saturday in South Carolina.
We'll see. Bernie Sanders is the clear front runner in this race, and the debate didn't change that, despite the other candidates ganging up on him at various points. This race has come down to Sanders versus the others, and as long as there are so many of them and no candidate for the anything but Sanders voters to coalesce around, he will continue to be the front runner.
Interesting. You have all of them at the table, and they all like different people. Fascinating. All right. Thanks, Sean.